This is not fart of the week moments. This is actually the CouncilCast. Welcome
Heyo.
to episode
Cake fart.
147, being recorded on
Wow.
December 1st, 2020. The council is now in session, and as with every week, we'll make arbitrary decisions about topics on science, technology, and random shit,
Random shit.
There we go.
with little background and next to no expertise. All CouncilCast decisions are final and have no bearing on anything whatsoever.
I like that we still say next to no expertise as if there's any expertise whatsoever.
There's no expertise coming from my end.
There might be some.
Wah. Debbie Down over here.
Might have some expertise one day. I don't know. Maybe in episode
Maybe
500. We'll hit something.
500. Oh my gosh. Thanks, Blaine.
Yeah, gotta keep my hopes up. Something like that. We're all experts in our own right. Especially on the council.
That is giving us a lot of credit.
One thing that we may not be experts in, though, is frozen poop knives and how to survive.
Oh man, this is my specialty. You want to know about frozen poop knife? I'm the guy to ask.
You're the expert?
Oh yeah.
Is this some sort of really bad, like, custard place?
Did we already reach random shit? I'm just confused.
Yeah, why are we
No.
talking about poop knives? Isn't this a Reddit thing?
No, but
This is not-
there was
No,
a
that's the
sale
poop
on there
stick.
was a sale on the poop knives for Black Friday.
There are such a thing as that I found out researching this article as poop knives that you actually use to cut your poop before it goes down a toilet.
For what reason?
This is not that. This is actually a knife made of poop.
Oh,
But you don't want to cut anything with.
I don't think you'd want
And
to be
how is
stabbed
this-
by something like that. That would be
Like,
science.
like petrified?
No, just
No.
frozen.
Frozen.
But, but why?
Why not?
So this is science because the researchers who were doing this study won the Ig Nobel Peace Prize.
No, they didn't. Have you ever sat back and thought that somebody studying poop knives is making more money than us?
It's the Nobel
Well,
Prize for random
think about
shit
it
is
every
what
day.
is.
Pretty much.
Not for long, though.
So actually, the reasoning for the poop knives is that apparently in the 1990s there was
Literally nothing you could tell me is going to justify what
Well,
you just
it's
said
kind of a
or did.
mythbuster thing.
I'm not
It's
going to
kind-
justify
it's-
anything here.
It's kind of a mythbuster thing.
It is kind of a mythbuster thing. So there was a well-known account of a stranded Inuit man who crafted a knife from his own frozen poop. that
You know
was
what?
Apparently,
Frozen.
sharp
You know
enough-
what? I was wrong. You just justified it. I was wrong.
And apparently
This could save your life someday, Matt.
it was sharp enough to kill and butcher a dog. So that's how he survived.
Oh
Can you
my
imagine
goodness.
having to eat a dog that you skinned with your own poop knife?
I mean, life or death.
Yes, but I
Let
have
me
a
think.
very vivid imagination.
Like is
I can imagine.
like is this worse than the dude having to cut his own arm off in 127 hours?
Yeah, and
Like-
you did it with a
like-
poop knife.
like-
too.
do you- with a poop knife.
Do you think he sat there reading this article going, you know what? At least I didn't have to make a poop knife. That's
Yeah, he rolled out a whole cutlery set of poop knives. He had a serrated one. And...
it's a bunch of flatware. Just make it. This is like guano bowls. Collect the whole set.
I liked that
Oh
the
my
article. I liked that the article said that the people that did it, they provided their own samples.
Yes.
Ryan, we don't need you to tell us that you'd like the article about poop knives. We know you're German enough that you would like it.
what?
I don't follow that one either.
That's okay.
Nice try, Matt. Good
When
effort.
Germans follow that
Good
one.
effort on
Well
your part.
played.
Really good effort.
But yes, apparently the researchers who were doing this to prove the myth or not decided to submit their own poop samples for study.
What? The plot thickens.
And what they
Getting
found out
weirder
was
and weirder.
apparently you cannot make poop knives frozen enough to make them actually cut things.
Actually, all they did was make brown stains everywhere they tried to cut.
So this frozen dog eater man was full of shit.
It was full of
He
shit.
may have just eaten his own poop knife instead. I don't know.
I hear if you
Wait,
eat a poop
they-
knife, you think
wait,
that you have
did you
magic
say-
powers.
Did you say they couldn't make it sharp enough?
It did
No,
not stay sharp.
sharp.
Yes.
You know, sharp
Like
enough.
even in like some
shard
like
enough.
negative 80 degree
Didn't say shard enough.
freezer
They were
Froze
at
it to
negative
negative
58.
Are you saying those knives weren't sharp
and
enough?
still
They were not
couldn't
sharp
get it to
enough.
hold an edge.
Just like a crayon, left brown streaks on the meat.
Yes, brown streaks everywhere they tried to cut.
This is gross.
Oh, now it's gross. We've been talking
Now
about
it's
it for
gross.
5 minutes, and you had
I'm
several.
also disappointed because I thought I had found a solution to all my future problems.
All your
And-
future problems are solved by frozen poop knives.
Man,
Want to
you'd be
raise? Make a poop
surprised.
knife.
You've got a lot of weird problems, Matt.
Yeah.
But you also have to have a Arctic diet high in protein and fatty acids to get
That's right.
enough
I'm going to say thumbs
quality
up for
material.
old timers that tell stories so convincing that they make scientists try and copy the stuff later.
Good Dave busting out the Inuit facts.
Inuit,
It's in the
Inuit
article. If
storytellers.
you'd read the article, you'd know.
if you read it,
If you could read.
I don't read the articles.
I didn't say if you could read.
That's not in my contract.
You know, I give it a thumbs down because they ended up making poop crayons and not poop knives.
Ooh. A set of 64.
You can make a knife out of anything. It just might not be very good.
Those crayons smell
They
like...
need to send it to that one Japanese guy who sharpens everything, and see if he can make it into a valid knife.
There's a Japanese guy that sharpens everything.
He's
Yep.
got a YouTube channel that he's got like this several
His name
Oh,
is
yeah, I've seen
Vincent.
that.
$10,000 worth of sharpening stones.
Wait, are you talking about the guy that has the History Channel show where they make knives and he's like, "This knife will kill"?
No,
Yeah, his name is
Oh.
Ginsu.
You-
Yeah, that guy's probably not Japanese, and I just did a racism.
I did erase it.
But also-
but hey,
I did a racism.
at least I'm acknowledging it, I guess.
I did it. I did racism.
I don't remember his name.
Ginsu.
No,
The guy on the History Channel show, Forged in Fire.
guy with knife show.
Well, something
No.
that
And
you,
Google.
you don't want to make out of poop is possibly your next 3D printed house.
Yeah, no kidding.
Oh, those prices. That was crazy.
Oh, I give that thumbs up for the poop knife, by the way.
Doug Marcadia? Marcati?
Mercutio.
No. Mercutio.
Mercury.
Doug.
Hop
I remember how to say
side. New material allows this company to.
I've watched the
3D
show.
print-
It's interesting.
I don't understand how they 3D print these things.
This dude's.
So wait,
totally-
they are 3D printing with poop now?
Yes.
We're off of poop now, Silas.
Okay. Well, then I'm not interested anymore.
Forged in Fire.
So yeah, the apparently a company has come up with some new material to 3D print houses. I remember us having an article, I don't know, a while ago, where some guys were coming up with a 3D printer for like concrete buildings.
Yeah.
This is a little
Oh
bit
yeah,
different
that's
Oh,
because
this dude is apparently Filipino in ethnicity. So me assuming or just remembering him as Japanese is probably a turbo racist and like extremely offensive. Because yeah,
well, you know what's
Oh.
his name? Mr.
Uh,
Mercado.
I don't know how to say it. I've heard it on the show, but I don't. It's been long enough since I've watched it. Marcadia, Marcadia,
We should invite him on the
Marcadia.
show. We should invite him on the
Well,
show. And he can tell
Mr.
us all about it.
Mercadia, if you know how to pronounce your own name,
Come talk about
Let us
poop
know.
knives.
and
Tonight's
sharpen a poop
topic
knife.
is how to pronounce your name. If a house was made of poop, would you call it a shit shack?
Yes.
I'm just asking. I
Just a
wanna
shitty
understand.
shack.
What is it? My grandpa always said one of the phrases. How many pancakes would it take to shingle a shit house?
How many?
Oh well, I don't know. I never got a straight answer out of that man.
He's probably the same guy that came up with the story about killing a dog with a poop knife.
Well, maybe you'd probably don't want to shingle this house with pancakes or poop knives. So
I don't understand. So how do they 3D print a house?
With those big like concrete 3D printer things.
No,
It's a really big nozzle.
This one is
They have
using
1,000 people with
resin.
their home 3D printers. Make all the parts.
It's distributed printing.
It comes in a giant bag of parts, and you have to put it together.
That's not a bad idea. There's like some website that you can register your printer on, and it's just like distributed computing, except it's distributed printing. It'll fan out the load to all of the printers in the network, so you can print like this massive piece in seconds. Because
So we're gonna
assemble
fan out
it.
the load,
But it will take weeks to get all the pieces.
massive piece, and make a shit
Yeah, but
jack.
what? Okay, so it's 3D printed, but don't they have to add
What?
like the? I don't get it. Like, so what gets added after what's printed and what?
Write
is
this
added
down.
to
This is
the
a
printer?
great idea.
No one's listening to you, Matt. It's
Don't make
printed.
$1 million right now.
What's
So it
printed? Are
Doesn't
the
look
walls
like it's
printed?
got.
Or I mean,
Look,
what's
yeah,
the
it's
deal?
looks like it's just the walls.
Just the
There's
walls.
nothing for like outlets or light switches. There's no interior. So it's just a wall using some sort of resin, like the printer I've got in my basement, because it cures with UV.
Yeah.
And
So
they're
And then
just
you gotta
curing
add everything
the.
else, huh?
They're
Okay.
curing it as it's printed instead of printing it and then curing the whole thing.
Yeah,
So
the interesting thing though is that it can support itself horizontally though.
So can I. Hear me bragging about it.
I mean, kind of. I mean, the roof
I don't
still has
know.
a whole
Who-
bunch of plywood and supports on it, so like the span is not that far. The
Who would
span
want a
looks like to be a
350
couple inches. So I mean,
Who would-
sure, that's better than most, but
Well, what do you
Who
mean?
would
There's
want a
this whole video
350
here.
square-
It's like this whole roof line that's just hanging out. It's over an edge. There's no support there.
Who would want a 350-foot single dwelling house for $100,000?
Who would want that?
Probably
Who
someone
would
who
want
lives
that?
in New York.
How you doing that? You got some sort of
The-
telescoping lens?
the entire
it's-
roof is supported by plywood.
Also,
right?
you look clearer. Did you get a new webcam?
Is that
Yes,
a
I
different
did get a
house
new
you're in?
webcam.
What'd you get?
He got Cam Link on his. He's using a Sony A7 III with a Cam Link.
Oh, I was gonna say
The
it looks
3D
super high quality. Like I'm not that high quality.
He 3D printed something.
Please don't
3D
steal my
printed camera.
irises.
This is
the idea
cool.
of
I
tiny
like the
houses.
fact that
It's
they're
just-
mass producing 3D printing stuff over 1,000 printers. Thumbs up for that idea.
Yeah, that's definitely not how it's working.
Stop stealing my idea, you fuck. Well,
I
I'm
got
gonna
a pitch.
message.
I already got my pitch.
I'm gonna message the tippy top of 3D printing that I know about this.
But yeah,
I'm
you know,
not-
I guess
I don't know. Whatever.
soon enough you can maybe buy a tiny house that's 3D printed for $150,000, and
Couldn't you
Still not
get
right.
one for a lot? Couldn't you get one for a lot cheaper?
yeah, but it
I
wouldn't be
say-
3D
Who are you
printed.
printing these out?
I'm not interested.
Oh wait, are we? Wait, oh, I get it. I'm sorry. This whole 3D printing a house thing is really just about the downsizing community that's starting to grow amongst us, where we're going to just shrink ourselves and then print these amazing houses. Because the kind of
So-
crap that we can print with the printer that we have just isn't big enough to live in.
Well,
You
they're
know
actually
what?
talking
How
about,
long?
they're using it to basically help address affordable housing. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but around here too, you don't see a lot of affordable housing popping up, and none of the contractors want to do it because they don't get a lot of money for it.
Right.
No, I think that's a good test case use policy
I-
for it.
I still don't think it's there's a lot of things that need to be changed because in the demo video, there's no electrical outlets, there's no conduit to run any of that, there's nothing for lighting fixtures.
Still requires on-hand, on-site stuff to build and finish out these spaces, right?
I mean,
But
it's
do
a
you
much
think
better
that-
option than the reclaimed truck trailers because those are just terrible to try to make into houses, even though that's the new hip thing.
They are.
Yeah.
Those are just too damn narrow.
You could also use it as a. They also say you could use it as an accessory dwelling unit. So if you wanted to have like a mother-in-law suite that's out in your backyard,
I.e.,
Oh,
step
oh,
up
one
from
of
the
those.
couch when you're in trouble.
Yeah.
That's what you're talking about. right?
Or a shed.
Or a
she
shed.
shed.
a she shed.
He should.
I mean, I'd want to know how much it costs, and
Wait,
the UV curing has problems with. You have to coat it
she-shed?
and make sure it stays coated, otherwise it can get really brittle if it has constant exposure to UV.
Yeah. I've been constantly exposed to UV and I'm getting kind of brittle too. I understand what you're talking about.
It's a
Which
common
reminds me, how
problem.
are those eyes doing for you?
Your red light therapy.
Well, you know what? You are
our
all
weekly
very
check-in.
blurry right now, so not so great.
I give these guys a thumbs up for giving it a try. Trying something different.
Yeah, thumbs up for space.
Thumbs down for super expensive tiny homes.
I mean, 3D
That was a
printing.
redundant statement. Tiny homes are super expensive.
I don't
No, they're
understand how the
not.
smaller a house, the more expensive it is. It's kind of like
Well-
lingerie. The less material there is, the more expensive it is.
That should be
Thumbs
the name
up
of
for
our
lingerie. When did we switch subjects? What are we talking about now?
Well, we're now talking about, if you wanted to film those models in lingerie, you might want to use Fujifilm's new GFX 100 camera because it can shoot in 400 megapixel images.
That's
Wow.
it.
I wonder what
That's
kind of webcam image that would give.
It's 2020.
So apparently, it has a 102 megapixel sensor, but apparently it can capture images that are up to 400 megapixels in size.
Okay, so what does that mean? If I took a picture of something with 400 megapixels in size, I'm going to explode. What would that do? What does that give me advantages over the picture?
You can enhance just like they do on TV.
Just like they did in Super Troopers.
Oh,
Enhance.
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 I
Okay.
can't handle that this logo has one thumb more in one color than the other thumb.
Hey, Matt, we're
That's
talking about megapixels right now.
So is this?
It's all right. Never mind.
So yeah, they're talking about using this. They actually are doing it by basically moving the image. They're moving the sensor a tiny amount in half pixel increments.
Oh yeah, the problem with it's pixel shift technology.
Yes.
Yeah,
Oh,
pixel shift technology is awesome if your subject isn't moving.
Well, in their
If you want to
example,
get a 400 megapixel image of
Yes.
somebody running the 100 meter, if you want Usain Bolt running a 100-meter dash, good luck. It's gonna be
Good
Usain Bolt to 100,000 pieces.
yeah,
Just move the
their
pixel
test
there.
example is they took a picture of just a wall with some artwork on it, and they zoomed in to like something you can't even see in the normal image,
Yeah.
and it looks
It's pretty
so
cool
perfectly
stuff.
fine.
but it might work well, like for like a scientific type of photo, like in a lab or like
How many times
mosquitoes or something like that.
dead mosquito? Yeah. How many
Yeah.
times did they move the sensor?
16.
Aha. Yeah, there is that feature on Sony cameras, but they're only able to able to reach like 160 megapixels with their pixel shift technology. But I think it's only moving like 4 to 6 times, something like that, not 16. So
You guys know that this pixel shift technology was actually shifted from a warbling lens on projectors, and that's where that started.
I
What?
did not know
What's
that.
I did not.
warbling lens?
So the high quality projection, like a 3-chip laser projector would have a warbling lens to increase the amount of pixels essentially put out, or the amount of increasing your resolution then. So it was really shooting 2K, right? It was projecting 2K, but with the warble in the lens, it would always just kind of right, and it would increase so that you'd have a 4K image. So then they took that and they turned it into a basically digitally reversing the process. Now they're warbling the sensor as the light comes into it instead.
I can't get over how clear Logan.
It's because
you,
of his
are
new
you-
OnlyFans site.
I wonder if he could use that 400 megapixel camera to get us a better image.
Where's my camera?
Yeah, I was wondering, could I set that up with?
Oh, thank goodness, Matt's gone.
It's only $10,000 for the camera, so
It's exhausting.
No, Kitty,
I
don't mess with
love
that.
this. 10 grand. I don't understand their statement here. It says obviously no hobbyist needs a camera capable of snapping 400. Like, what do you? That's what a hobbyist would want. Like, that's exactly what a hobbyist would want.
Yeah, so you can take a
don't
picture of
want
your
the-
favorite whatever and then blow it up and look at it from in excruciatingly tiny detail.
That's Pixel peeping at its finest.
That's right.
I give it a thumbs up, but I also give it a thumbs down because what we need is near instantaneous pixel shift. We don't need it to pixel shift more times because if they were able to do a pixel shift at the same rate as a shutter speed, well, no, it would need to be like
it would just need to be. I give it a thumbs down because they should just make a 400 megapixel sensor. Duh.
Oh my gosh.
Duh. Thumbs down.
Obvious.
Now
Fuji.
what?
It did not improve your image, Matt.
Oh, not on that camera.
Just a second.
Matt, do you have a camera that, like a box camera you hold up against yourself and it shoots things upside down? Get one of those.
Yeah,
We'll
I've
find
seen
one of
that.
those and we'll wait.
Silas has one of those. I've seen one, Brian.
Pixel shift
Matt, you need this stuff.
A6300.
If you wanted to really see how much sweat you had, you could use that camera while you're using your computer-controlled shackles.
Is this an affiliate link?
Yes. To keep
Now,
you-
No.
this thing disturbs me. This is something that you'll find someone dead connected to this thing because they can't get away from it. Stuck. A skeleton there with their feet connected to this thing. Like, I did my 50 push-ups. Let me go already.
This might be how robots take over the world.
Yeah, I think you're right.
What's a skeleton's favorite sexy time position?
I don't know, Matt. What is it?
I can't wait. Tell us.
They just really like dry humping.
Logan, zoom.
I thought you were gonna say they would just like boning.
Look, that's good
that's-
too. I like that.
That's right.
Better
I
joke.
like
It's a-
Logan zoomed in almost so far that you could see his skeleton.
Ah,
Well, yeah. I mean, I guess if you wanted to become a skeleton, you might want to talk to this guy, and he could probably create you your own shackles to hold you to finishing your workout. If anybody's ever had problems with finishing a workout, there's nothing like being chained to it to make you want to finish it.
So
if I'm not
rather
gonna
than
finish it, I
starting a workout that I don't finish, now he's just enticed me to never start one ever again.
I could see you having to like pry this thing up and then bring it into the emergency room like Wallowitz did and go, I can't get this off my ankles.
Wallow it.
Yeah,
Wallowitz?
except not his ankles.
Where's the rest of the robot? It's only a hand because that's all you needed.
Although
I'm
I
just
will
saying, some
say,
homemade thing. Strap to
I
your
ass-
ankles.
I assume now, Logan, that you don't have to do the poor person blur my background. You just get some kick-ass bokeh out of the fucking lens.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah. where we're like, please blur my background, and there's this little halo around your head of shit that you can see behind.
That's just
Because
the light bouncing
computers
off my
are
head.
ultimately stupid.
That's just the light bouncing off my head. But thanks for bringing it up again.
So yeah, he says that apparently this robot, he made it so that he can put his ankles in it and it keeps him prone while doing push-ups. He says that if you look at the robot, it looks like crap, but it also works like crap.
Ooh, sign me up for 2.
So it's not really all that great.
I have a whole gym idea set up for this. Actually, I'm gonna pitch it to Elon.
I've never seen anybody try to sell their product with if you think this is garbage, it is.
There's a restaurant in Lawrence, Kansas, that their tagline is, "The food's not great, but there's a lot of it."
You know what? I
Sounds like
respect
CC's.
somebody who knows what they got.
There you go.
And so does everyone else. It's like one of the few restaurants in a college town that has lasted forever. Like, you know,
Like if Hickory Park changed their slogan to, "You know why you're coming here," like, then I totally respect. Like, they're not slinging the best food in Ames, but you know what? You can't go anywhere and get a trash can lid full of food for $5 except Hickory Park.
you're right.
You can go drop $5 and come out of that place ready to puke. You ate so much goddamn food.
And if you
It's
did, you
true.
might want to use
That's how
this
they
push-up
push it.
machine to make sure that you can work it off.
So
And
that
the
you can
next-
go
oh
back
my
for a
God.
second.
It's sponsored
Thumbs
by
up for
Hickory Park.
seconds.
I'd want to get some. I really want to get some pads or something around that because it's just like that just looks painful.
Yeah, the whole thing just looks. I mean, it's wood blocks, and it doesn't
Oh,
look
wait,
like
you
it's
sent out a link
sanded
to this?
enough.
Yeah,
How is his
it's pretty
image
stupid.
so clear yet so out of sync?
Well,
Who's?
There are
Logan?
two different issues here.
He has a slow computer.
And he's on the East Coast.
Yeah, there's the bits have to go
So
a
it's
long
taking an
way.
extra second.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Doing
Yeah.
internet on
If he were in
the-
outer space, it'd be even clearer.
You need to get you some of that Internet of Things, Logan.
You know
I've
what,
heard a lot.
I give
I've
this
heard a
thing-
lot about.
I give this thing a thumbs down for
Thumbs down.
trying to take
Yeah.
over the world.
No, I stand by my thumbs up. I love this idea. I love this thing. I'm gonna make my own, but it's going to have a guillotine system hooked up to it. So if you don't complete the push-ups in enough time,
It chops your
Wah!
feet off.
chops your feet off.
I feel
This
like
is like
That's there
I
you
feel like my
go.
mom could
Yeah,
have
that's
could
motivation.
use.
it's like extreme. What's that workout everybody goes to and makes them do wacky shit?
The
P90.
new,
Yeah, P90.
what's
Huh?
that movie Saw?
P90X.
Isn't
No,
Saw
not
the one where they
not
cut things off if
P90.
You don't figure out the puzzle in time.
The one that Katie almost broke her ankle on. What's that?
Oh,
CrossFit.
CrossFit.
Your ass.
Yeah, it's like extreme CrossFit, as if it weren't already extreme enough. It now involves fucking literal SS agents ready to fucking execute you if you cannot perform the task.
Oh man, there's like there's I didn't realize that there was also a computer hooked up to this to know if you're doing it.
Oh
This
yeah.
is- So
You have to program the number of push-ups you're gonna
amazing.
do, and then hope that the computer doesn't crash. And then if
Hold
you
up.
do
We
that number
gotta-
of push-ups, it'll let you go.
Then
We
you're
gotta
stuck.
pause. We gotta pause, take a break here, and find out if we have any comments from any.
Oh shit.
oh yeah, that's a good idea.
Eric Bowen says,
Not
"What
not
the
Casey
ever-
though. We don't care about
What
Casey.
the ever loving hell have I stumbled into?"
Yeah. Well, guess what?
You
In
know
the
why
near
you're here.
future, in the near future, you can fucking pay for it.
That's what she
if,
said.
If you're here, you know why you're here.
When did he comment that?
I
want to
don't
know what we
know.
were talking about.
I don't know. He I'm gonna report it though.
There's a
Why would
report.
you-
Block him.
He might become a regular.
This guy's a jerk.
He is a regular. He is the only regular.
Yeah, we have other regulars. Just there's only one live regular. All the others are dead.
We had another regular, and he kept calling him me.
What was his name? I don't remember.
Hey, what was his name, Logan?
You remember?
Oh, he was referring to the poop knives.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
that-
yeah,
Us too, buddy.
yeah, we stumbled onto that too.
We'll have them in our store later. You can get them from our storefront. You get to choose. You get to choose whose poop it is.
Yeah, get you a full set.
Choose your own poop knife.
Yeah.
Yeah,
got-
our-
we got-
A full set
from our
of poop knives
from our
for Christmas.
OnlyFans page that we'll set up.
Only
Shipped to you frozen. Do
Well,
not
you
thaw
know-
them out.
You know what I'd recommend is don't bring a poop knife to a gunfight.
Heyo,
Especially
that
if,
should be the title of this episode.
Yeah, I like that.
especially if that gun is a Nerf gun that is gas powered.
It's that
Howard.
makes me think of Spaceballs. Spaceballs, the flamethrower. This is shooting Nerf darts at speeds that could kill people.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, why not?
That's the point of a gun, right?
This is the only Nerf gun I've ever wanted.
So yeah, this guy apparently
That's true.
he,
Guess that's the point of the
usually
gun.
you have to pump your Nerf guns because Nerf guns work on air usually, and so you either have to pump them or there's some battery powered ones. But this guy said screw it, I'm just gonna put a little gas engine on it, and I don't know why we're watching a stream. But yeah,
Watching Matt's stream of "Don't bring a poop knife to a gunfight."
yes, there we go. So yeah, if you want to take some people out Nerf style in your poop knife fight,
Mhm.
maybe you can
I
get
love
one
Nerf
of these guys.
fights.
Does it say how fast it shot him? It just said that it tore the darts up.
I don't
He
remember
shows it
seeing.
shooting. He shows the standard electric one and then his motorized one right after it. And
Then they talked about the one that was using hydrogen to. Don't they mention that in the article? Something about someone made one that could blow up at any minute.
Yeah, this guy, he apparently, so he initially started by basically using hydrogen to shoot the Nerf darts, but as you can imagine, hydrogen being as flammable as it is, could blow up at any point in time. His Nerf gun literally hit it for a good self.
he used a 4-stroke methanol RC engine for this thing.
Wow.
Yeah, basically like a little engine you'd put on little RC cars.
Loud and stinky and.
Trying to see how many horsepower it has. It has half a horsepower.
That's pretty good.
Shooting
To shoot a Nerf dart.
to shoot Nerf darts
That'll sting.
at a pretty good clip.
I give him a thumbs up for coming up with new ways to make Nerf guns popular.
Yeah, dangerous.
At 10:55, he shows the normal gun
Boom.
shooting.
Buckets. Whoop, whoop. It has a whistle on the top.
The whistles go woo.
They sure do. 4-stroke engine.
Let's go.
Oh my gosh, that could power a small light bulb.
Small city.
Eat your heart out,
Small
Thomas
city.
Edison.
Can you imagine Thomas Edison hanging out in this world that has all of this? Like he would give Elon Musk a run for his money.
Yeah,
If-
right. He'd be like today's China, just stealing everybody's ideas.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. I didn't mean him. I meant Tesla himself.
Mm.
There you go.
He invented real stuff,
He
like the
invented
Tesla
real
coil,
stuff.
which we use all the time.
Electricity.
He also talked to pigeons at the end of his life before he died.
Not sure that's something you invent.
I learned it on Drunk History, so I'm fairly certain it's accurate.
Something you probably want to learn on Drunk History, though, is about this mysterious monolith that appeared in Utah. Did you guys hear about this?
Yeah.
I
it's already-
did
it's already-
not.
It's already gone.
It is. So who did it? Who done it?
I don't know,
Jesus.
but it then showed up in Romania yesterday.
The same one.
Of
It looks
course.
the same.
Scientifically proven.
Copycat.
Man,
And
FedEx is getting good.
and it disappeared a couple hours ago.
They got Tom Hanks in a FedEx outfit, fucking lugging that thing around.
Wow.
Wilson.
So in a
What do you
case
think
of
he named the monolith?
This
big
is
steel.
this is all getting way 2001 for me.
Oh, the one that apparently showed up in Romania was just a cheap copycat.
Of course.
Not nearly as
Did
good
they-
a
so,
quality
like,
as
I
the
didn't-
one.
Yeah, I didn't read into this one that showed up out in the desert. Like, was it totally 2001 style? Like, did it have the same proportions and all that shit?
You mean a movie prop? Yes.
What is it? Was it 6x6x9 or?
So I
This
don't think
is
so. It's a
This is 10 to
triangle.
12 foot.
Yeah. So it's a
Was it
triangular.
6x6x9?
No. But it was
Oh
apparently
no
10 to
1
12
by
feet.
4x9.
It was 12 feet tall.
and stuck in the ground. And apparently they found it just over a week ago.
hmm
So yeah, in a
Like,
case of
It
weird
was
things
also
showing
like
up.
Thor's hammer. Nobody could pick it up. Like they
Nobody
used pickup
could.
trucks and all kinds of stuff, and they couldn't pull it
Yeah.
out of the ground.
Wait,
And they were
really?
there.
No,
they were
that is
there
definitely not
counting
true.
sheep.
Did anybody send the mountain guy, the guy that plays the mountain?
So-
Half Thor Bjornsson.
They
Yeah.
they were out there with the sheep.
So the ship showed up, dropped it off,
Sheep
and then it
herders.
left. Is that what you're saying, Brian?
I'm just saying that it was reported by sheep herders. That's all.
I
I'm
thought
really
we
saying.
didn't know who placed
We
No,
don't.
we don't know who placed it there, but we don't.
We do know who placed it.
No, we do
don't
not.
know. We don't. We
We
assume
don't
it's
know who
aliens.
took it either.
No,
Aliens.
there are some pictures of people who took it, but we don't know who they are.
Why the fuck didn't somebody, like, as soon as it showed up, why wasn't this just like the Seinfeld episode where George parked in the handicap spot, where they just waited for somebody to come get it?
Yeah.
Like,
There's also things called, those cams, those hunting cams or animal cams. You could just put those
Oh,
things. up
game
there.
cams. They should have
Game
set up
cams. That's
Yeah.
it, game cams.
So so the Utah Bureau of Land Management is the ones who found it, and I feel like that they are the ones who are probably doing it. And they're just like, hey, let's make a cool thing and talk about national parks and something
Yeah.
oh,
like
you
that.
think this is all just a publicity stunt?
I don't know.
Illegally.
I think it was aliens, and it's still a publicity stunt.
This
I think
this has the stench of big national park all over.
Yeah, and
It
aliens.
sounds like something that Leslie Nope would have come up with.
Aliens.
Because her and Ben just watched 2001 the night before, and she was like, "Oh, you know what we need."
And she does it overnight by herself. And then Ben is trying all week to get it out of there.
No, Ben has no idea who did.
Oh yeah.
He thinks Stanley Kubrick is actually like risen from the grave. Is it Kubrick or Kubrick?
And Andy,
Yes.
what would Andy be doing the entire time? He's probably writing a song to the monolith.
He's probably inside the monolith.
He's trying to figure out what monolith is. He's like,
How many syllables is that, babe?
yeah. He's holding. Damn it. He's holding the what are those things called we used to use before Wikipedia? Encyclopedia. He's holding the encyclopedia, and it says it's not the M, it's the N. And he's like, how many syllables are in monolith? And you can tell it's the N, not the M. God, one of his best bits might be when he's like, it looks like I just put all your symptoms in here into the computer, and it says that you might have a connection error.
You might have connectivity errors.
Connectivity error.
And apparently that was like one of his lines that was
Ad-libbed,
actually
yeah.
improv.
I
He was
cannot
just saying-
believe he had the like wherewithal to just drop that line.
He did it, and every like the writers were like It's super frustrating. It's rewarding, but also super frustrating. When you
Super
have
frustrating for somebody. Yeah.
who can just come up with a line off the top of their head that's way better than anything you flushed out in the writer's room all week.
Well, because like that's so you kind of really have to be sitting there and it be in your face for it to like as a writer to come up with that line in the writer's room, like I get that they're good writers and they write good jokes, but that's next level writer's room joke.
Yeah.
I love how he turns the monitor though too when he says it.
Yeah,
it looks like I have connection.
Because he was like, he knew he had to sell the joke a bit, because like people were gonna be like, "What the fuck are you talking about? This isn't in the script."
So the other is another great aside on that. Apparently the writers towards the end were just like, we got pretty lazy with Andy's character towards the end because we just knew that he would do something funny. So we would write in the script, then Andy does something physical, and that was the whole scene description there. And so like he would just run into walls and stuff for us. Like we didn't even have to come up with anything. It's pretty lazy, right?
Jesus.
That was probably the one where they were trying to get the birth certificate. And they're like, and then Andy does something. And he
is that when he jumps over?
Counter.
That's not something props can fix.
Oh, that's when the briefcase smashes the light and actually breaks the light switch.
Yeah.
You know, I got to think that we're all voting thumbs down on this monolith thing because all we're talking about is Parks and Rec.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go thumbs down on it.
A unanimous.
I would
If
like
it's
to give
aliens,
it one.
it's
really
thumbs
care.
up.
One big monolith up.
If it's the Parks and Rec people, thumbs down. Thumbs up if it's aliens.
I don't really have anything that could
Yeah,
double
thumbs
the
up for space.
monolith.
If the monolith were like 50 feet tall,
God, Brian, you are unfucking pleasable.
I think it's plausible.
it's a prop. Aliens, I don't know.
Come up with another prop next time.
There you go.
I think we'll move on to our Elon Musk pitches for the week then.
Those are some
You
good topics.
would.
Nice job, Blaine.
I would like Elon to make a 50-foot high monolith and put it in a backward place that sheep farmers might find.
Like your backyard.
That's
I don't know how many sheep in the backyard.
He
How
can
is
fix
that
too.
offensive?
you said a backwards place where sheep farmers might find it.
Oh, that's for this. That's for this.
Was that words? Man, thumbs up
They
for that
found
sentence.
they found the monolith in some remote place.
What is it from Lyra?
No offense, Eric. No offense intended, Eric.
Huh?
Who's offending who?
To the backwards sheep farmers.
I didn't
No-
say backward
no,
sheep farmers. I said backward
No,
place.
no fence tended.
Backwoods. I said backwoods.
I
place.
heard backwater
Oh,
place.
backwoods.
Backwaters place. It is a
Got it.
Some
location.
backwater place? Like Tatooine?
Backwash.
Come up with a better idea, Matt.
Like some
I just
backwater
dropped-
planet?
I just dropped the best Elon Musk pitch ever, and you're just like picking a.
Mic drop, he says.
Just fucking shows up and drops some low effort amalgamation of everything we've just talked about. Ah! Fucking-
He's out. He's gone. He's gone. Oh, he's back. Oh, he's back.
There's all kinds of things you could drop.
Matt, are you still
gonna-
talking?
Yeah, I'm gonna start this new trend where I drop the measuring tape.
That's the new segment.
Yeah, we're gonna. This is how big the
All
bird
right, okay.
Are you gonna
My
measure how
Elon
far you
Musk
drop it
pitch
and then
is
drop
not
it?
good.
I like it.
Sorry,
Huge.
sorry,
I
my
like it.
pitch
A
was not good.
50-foot monolith.
A
so that it's
50-foot
bigger
monolith.
than
I'm
the
just
other one.
asking for a bigger monolith than the last one. That's all I'm asking for.
That's all I'm asking for. I have one simple request.
Sure.
Just one
Simple
tiny
request.
request
Elon,
for a
you've got
giant
plenty of parts.
monolith.
Nope.
Can't even
Make a giant
imagine
monolith.
how big the burn was. It was huge. Dave, why do you have a measuring tape?
Because you had a measuring tape.
Wow.
Amazing.
I had
I
one
have a
next to
tape
my
for-
room.
I don't
I,
have it.
I,
Next
I
to me.
keep mine next to my desk because reasons. I don't.
I have a pitch
Does
for
anybody
Elon.
want to touch that one?
No.
Nobody wants to touch that
No.
one.
My
No.
my pitch for Elon is a escape room workout chamber.
Mm.
And so you
Is this based on that guillotine idea?
Yes, I
Yes.
like it. Already, I like it.
It's actually and actually the room, like usually the room is like, if you don't get out in an hour, you die. And you're like, oh, okay, yeah, sure, our character dies, great. However, this room, you actually do die.
Yeah.
But
One
you
of
have to
the-
sign
one
a
of the-
waiver
one-
first, so it's totally legit.
One of the SpaceX rockets just fires above you
Mm.
if you don't make it out in time.
Oh yeah, it's that's where it actually is, under one of the launch pads. So you like, it's all kinds of different workout things. Like you have to do so many. It's just like normal workouts then, but there's AI camera tracking, so it knows if you did it. And also you have to make sure you just have to hope that the AI doesn't suck. So there is like extra stress added.
I was thinking
push-ups,
more
pull-ups.
I was thinking more like traditional escape room where it's like you're under the launch pad and they're like, okay, yeah, you're like the it's like the launch is gonna happen and you gotta T-minus whatever before the actual engine goes off, and you gotta convince your bosses that the O-ring is bad. and
But but it's exercise.
oh yeah, I'm not really working that in.
But it's exercise, so it's really healthy for you, and the stress levels are really good for you.
You have to, like,
You'll get some
Ninja
good
Warrior
cardio
style.
in when you start sprinting away from the launch pad.
Oh, there will for sure. For
It's
sure.
gonna be like in Tremors when they're running away from the big ass fucking barn that has all this shitload of explosive in it. He's like, "It's gonna be big," and Bert just keeps yelling, "It's gonna be big," and they keep running away. And one of the guys finally says, "Is it gonna be today?" And then it goes off, and it's like this massive fucking explosion, knocks them all to the ground. Oh man, what a great movie!
What is the kill zone for a rocket? Like, how far do you have to be away before it like?
I
doesn't
mean,
do damage
I'm
to
pretty
you?
sure if you're standing like there near it, you'll just kind of liquefy, right?
Probably.
Like, I
Yeah,
mean,
but-
they
but
spray
Dave's trying to
water
figure out
so it
what's the
doesn't shake
safe
itself
distance.
apart.
Yeah, the water's
I
more
don't
sound
know.
dampening than
Hold on, let me.
we
Google
measure.
this.
Measure it out.
Hey, Matt, why don't you check one of your encyclopedias there and see if you can figure out what the safe distance is to be away from a rocket?
I mean, one of my Wikipedias.
I'm gonna pitch my idea while Matt looks that up.
How far would you have to stand away from this baby?
Which end?
3 feet.
20 feet.
Did you make that yourself, Matt?
I put it together. I didn't design it. I'm not a Lego engineer.
So I think Mr. Musk should come up with his own line of build your own knife. You can choose
Poop?
Mm.
any
It's like Build a
material you
Bear,
want.
but shittier.
Yeah,
Mhm.
you can use poop if you want, or maybe something else. But
It's like Build a Bear, but shittier and less deadly.
I like that.
The Build-A-Bear is deadlier than
No, build a
than
knife.
the poop knife.
Build a knife.
Oh man, I like this Build-A-Knife idea.
I want the blade made out of aluminum.
Are you imagining this as like a full-on, you rent an actual space in the mall, like a store, or is it more of a kiosk pop-up kind of deal?
Oh no, you need a space for this because you're gonna need to bring in equipment for like forging and stuff.
yeah, I think
Mm.
a kiosk.
Forged poop knife?
And freezing.
Cold rolled stainless poop knife.
I like it.
1810 or 8010 stainless poop. God, this episode has gone off the fucking rail.
We're gonna wrap this up because I've gotta go.
Okay,
Like for real.
I'm super glad.
Bye.
He's gone.
gotta go
fucking
take out. You gotta take care of something. He'll just let it run out.
Did
There's
he?
basically no way for us to stop this now, so we have to just keep it go. Like we
Wait,
had we had 2 pitches left for Elon, but now we have to like stretch it out for another however long until Blaine
Are
gets
we
back.
not sure that he ended it?
Let me refresh the page here.
I assume he ended it.
He
And
did
left.
not.
Wait, he just
Oh.
left it running?
It's still going.
Oh my
God.
god.
Good.
So we gotta
Well-
fill time?
No,
Yeah.
I can't.
This was
I-
not in the contract.
I don't have it in me to fill any more time.
God damn. Literally never been part of the show before. However, it is tonight.
Oh my. I can't believe we're being asked to do this. Yeah, I mean, somebody comes back in like 50 minutes and we're just all like fucking falling asleep watching Family Guy. Hold on. Can you even see me effectively from there?
There we go. That's better.
There you go.
Hold on, let me pull this up. I have to pull up the notes now. I have access to the notes, so I can kind of take over here.
We've done all of our topics. We could do a follow up from last week where the beloved radio telescope was not getting repaired and now everything has collapsed.
Oh no.
What?
What are,
Hold on. Musk pitches. So we have Logan, Matt, and Dave left.
I ain't pitching shit.
I want.
Okay, Matt is pitching just shit. Just
Is
plain.
it in knife form?
Did Brian leave?
I think he froze.
Yeah.
So he's gone. We're down. Logan, what's your pitch?
A 3D printer that prints shit into shit shacks.
3D printer.
Hey,
uses-
Logan, what's your bid?
Do you have to provide your own building material?
Yes.
Uses shit to make shit shacks. I don't think it's a horrible idea. So thumbs up. Must provide own shit.
Building material. We aren't so crass to call it shit.
No, we must. It's a shit shack.
It's a shit shack.
I took notes. Don't worry,
I see
Blaine.
that.
I
All right.
want Elon Musk to fix our damaged radio telescope.
Why fix it? Why not just make a new one? In space.
Because, okay, yeah, make one on the moon. There we go.
Yes, this is more CouncilCast style. Straight to the moon.
Find just a big ass crater
One
on
of
the moon
these days.
and build it there.
There you go.
I like it.
Less
Ooh,
interference.
ow.
Thumbs up for that.
Right to the moon.
And you can find a bigger crater and show up that Chinese 500 meter whatever telescope that they built that they can't get anybody to work because it's out in the middle of nowhere.
Nothing like being in the
This has
middle of
been-
nowhere like being on the moon.
This has been a very enjoyable episode, you guys.
Yo, maybe
I bet you could get lots of people to work on the one that's on the moon.
the moon sounds like a backwaters place. Maybe Brian could build his
Eric
Monolith
just messed up.
monolith
We're
up there.
Still going. Yep, it's still happening.
And Logan's broken.
We broke Logan. Time to end the episode.
All right, with that, now that Logan's broken, I'm going to call this council meeting adjourned. Thank you, everyone, for listening. We do record this podcast live on Tuesday nights. If you want to come and watch us on YouTube, you can figure out what time that is. But if you do want to check out all of our past episodes, you can go to councilcast.org, iTunes, or your favorite podcatcher. And
Oh,
if you
we
do-
have before we end. Sorry to interrupt. Eric has a guest pitch.
No, we don't
normally
give
allow
shit.
this. but we will tonight. He has one guest
What?
pitch. He wants Elon Musk to bring Eddie Van Halen back to life.
Okay, that's
Wow.
worthy.
I don't see why that should be a problem.
Sounds good.
He has been working on cryogenics for a while, so
Well, if you or anyone else you know would like to have a topic to submit to us for a decision, you can email us at councilcast@gmail.com or connect with us on Twitter at RealCouncilCast. Thanks for listening, and goodbye.
get in.
Bye.
Bye now.